Tonight, emotions boiling over outside the courthouse. Protesters in each other's faces, some openly weeping. And for others, relief that justice was served.
You think this is justice for Austin?
I believe so.
As a Texas jury finds 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder for stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year.
You will never, ever disrespect a black woman like that.
Numerous witnesses said Anthony
Let's just say none of this was called for. All this extra stuff that E4 doing is completely uncalled for. Verdict is what it was. Personally, I don't feel like there was any racism or biasness in it. We're going to finish the video so y'all can get my thoughts on it.
Anthony instigated the confrontation, the prosecution calling his actions unjustified and intentional, telling the jury, you don't get to meet a shove with a stab, especially if you provoke the shove. In closing arguments Tuesday, the defense again tried to portray Metcalf as the aggressor, that he made physical contact first, and Anthony defended himself in a split second of chaos. What was it like?
What was it like?
When the verdict was read.
I feel like it was designed to protect white people, the system, and it was not designed to protect black people. It's self-defense.
Supporters of Anthony have raised concerns for a fair trial after no black people were seated on the jury. Inside the courtroom, tears from both families. Anthony's mother described as weeping, later asking the court to please have mercy on my son.
Look here, man. Murder is murder. There was no self-defense about it. The young man deliberately took a knife to a track meet. Why would you take a knife to a track meet if you don't have intentions on using it? Just like I don't carry a firearm unless I have an intentions on using it. Because if someone come up to me using crazy stuff, then I'm going to use it. Like, just that simple. Now, if I do it in the wrong way, like this young man did, it won't be self-defense. You cannot stab someone who is, one, unarmed, and two, they shoved you. Your life was not in intimate danger at all because someone shoved you. I don't know about the whole bullying and all this stuff. Again, I still don't believe you should be able to unalive somebody just because they bullying you. Learn how to throw some hands or learn how to tie your Nikes up and run. That's simple. Pushing somebody and then getting stabbed in the chest for it, that is not self-defense. He literally told the young man, if you put your hands on me, you will find out. I don't know what planet y'all from, but that is a threat. That is someone telling you exactly what they're going to do to you if you touch them. If that person has a gun in their hand and they say that to you, that means that when you put your hands on them, they are going to shoot you. If they have a knife and you put your hands on them, they are going to stab you. That does not mean that it is self-defense. It is a clear case of murder. And yes, I'm about to say this, and a lot of times it don't go over the way it should be, but I'm just going to keep it real. A police officer cannot shoot an unarmed suspect. Now, does it go down that way a lot of times? No, it does not. But most of the time when situations like that occur, the police officer is found guilty, he is fired, and he is prosecuted. Because you cannot use extreme violence against a unarmed person. Now, if both of them little boys that started beating him up and stomping him out or something like that, then I could see that. But he only got shoved. He stabbed someone for shoving him. That is not self-defense. And then when it comes to, oh, well, there were number of white jurors on the jury. Well, I'm sorry to have to tell those who don't know how the court system works, but the defense and prosecution both have a part in picking the jurors. So therefore, if his defense team chose not to put any black jurors in the jury pool, then that is not the prosecution's fault. That is the defense fault. So obviously the money they spent on the lawyer, they didn't buy a good one. Because if they felt like that not having any black people on the jury was a good thing, then that's them. But at the end of the day, whether it was black or white, I feel like it still would have been the same thing. You are guilty of murder. You brought a knife to a track meet and you told a person that they will find out if they put their hands on you. And no offense to anybody, but the little boy found out. He got stabbed to death because he pushed somebody. Do you deserve to get killed because you pushed somebody? No. But it's society's fault for making people feel like they a bitch because they took an ass whooping. Back in my day, I'm 41. You take your ass whooping, you keep it moving. If you feel like you want some get back, you go get some get back. But you don't get all these guns and knives and all this stuff. That started a little bit after me, whereas we don't do no fighting. We getting guns or we getting knives. Like we not doing it because again, people didn't want to be looked at like a bitch. It takes more of a man to take an ass whooping, get up, and either fight again or keep it moving. Only a bitch, a hoe, a scary ass motherfucker would take a gun or a knife and use it instead of throwing some hands. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't care if I get my ass with or not. We throwing hands. This is what it is. Sorry I had to say this. I know a lot of people gonna be mad, but it is what it is. The little boy murdered that man, and he deserved to go to prison. That's simple.